It is not compliant with the National Electrical Code to change the receptacle to a 50 amp 240 volts RV outlet while keeping the 30 amp 2-pole breaker and 10/3 with ground wire. The National Electrical Code requires that the ampacity of the circuit breaker or fuse protecting a circuit must be sized to match the ampacity of the wire used in the circuit. In this case, the 10-gauge wire used in the circuit is only rated for 30 amps, so it cannot be used with a 50 amp receptacle. Installing a 50 amp receptacle on a 30 amp circuit would create a safety hazard, as the wire could overheat and cause a fire. To safely convert the circuit to 50 amps, the following steps would be required. Firstly, replace the 30 amp breaker with a 50 amp breaker. Secondly, replace the 10/3 wire with 6/3 wire. These changes would ensure that the circuit is capable of handling the 50 amp load. It is important to adhere to electrical codes and safety standards when making electrical modifications. Using the correct wire gauge and breaker size is crucial for preventing overheating and potential fire hazards. Always consult with a qualified electrician for assistance with electrical work. Failure to comply with these codes can result in property damage, injury, or even death. Electrical work should only be performed by qualified and licensed individuals who understand the risks involved. Proper grounding is essential for electrical safety. The grounding wire provides a path for fault current to return to the source, tripping the circuit breaker and preventing electrical shock. When working with electrical circuits, always de-energize the circuit by turning off the breaker. Use a non-contact voltage tester to verify that the circuit is de-energized before proceeding with any work. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as safety glasses and insulated gloves, to protect yourself from electrical hazards. Never work on electrical circuits while standing in water or on a wet surface. Water is a good conductor of electricity and can increase the risk of electric shock. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is best to hire a qualified electrician to do the work for you. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it is important to take the necessary precautions to protect yourself and others. When selecting a circuit breaker, make sure it is the correct type and size for the circuit. Circuit breakers are designed to protect circuits from overloads and short circuits. If a circuit breaker trips frequently, it may be a sign that the circuit is overloaded or that there is a short circuit. Have the circuit checked by a qualified electrician to determine the cause of the problem. When selecting wire for an electrical circuit, make sure it is the correct gauge and type for the application. Wire gauge refers to the size of the wire, and it is important to use the correct gauge to handle the current load. Wire type refers to the insulation material used on the wire, and it is important to use the correct type for the environment in which the wire will be installed. When making electrical connections, make sure they are tight and secure. Loose connections can cause overheating and electrical problems. Use wire connectors that are appropriate for the size and type of wire being used. When installing electrical outlets and switches, make sure they are properly grounded. Grounding helps to protect against electrical shock. Use a ground fault circuit interrupter or GFCI outlet in areas where there is a risk of water exposure, such as bathrooms and kitchens. GFCI outlets can help to prevent electrical shock by detecting ground faults and quickly shutting off the power. Inspect electrical cords and plugs regularly for damage. Damaged cords and plugs can be a fire hazard. Replace any damaged cords or plugs immediately. Do not overload electrical outlets or extension cords. Overloading can cause overheating and electrical problems. Use a power strip with the built-in circuit breaker to protect against overloads. Keep electrical cords away from heat sources and sharp objects. Heat and sharp objects can damage the insulation on electrical cords and create a fire hazard. Never run electrical cords under rugs or carpets. This can trap heat and create a fire hazard. Do not use extension cords as a permanent wiring solution. If you need more outlets, have a qualified electrician install them. If you are unsure about any aspect of electrical safety, consult with a qualified electrician. Electrical safety is important, and it is always best to err on the side of caution. Remember to always turn off the power at the breaker before working on any electrical circuit. Double check to make sure the power is off before you start working. Use a voltage tester to confirm that the circuit is de-energized. Wear rubber-soled shoes and avoid touching any metal objects while working on electrical circuits. Keep your hands dry and avoid working in damp or wet conditions. Never bypass or tamper with safety devices such as circuit breakers and ground fault circuit interrupters. These devices are designed to protect you from electrical shock and fire. If you see any signs of electrical problems such as flickering lights, sparks, or smoke, turn off the power immediately and call a qualified electrician. Do not attempt to fix the problem yourself. If you are using a ladder while working on electrical circuits, make sure the ladder is made of non-conductive material, such as fiberglass. Keep the ladder away from power lines and other electrical hazards. When working on outdoor electrical circuits, make sure the weather is dry. Do not work on electrical circuits during rain or thunderstorms. If you are using power tools while working on electrical circuits, make sure the tools are properly grounded. Use a ground fault circuit interrupter to protect against electrical shock. Before digging in the ground, call your local utility company to have them mark the location of underground utilities. This will help you avoid damaging underground electrical cables. If you accidentally damage an underground electrical cable, evacuate the area immediately and call the utility company. Do not attempt to repair the cable yourself. When installing electrical wiring, follow the National Electrical Code and local building codes. These codes are designed to ensure the safety of electrical installations. Have your electrical work inspected by a qualified electrical inspector. This will help to ensure that the work is done correctly and safely. Keep electrical panels and outlets accessible. Do not block them with furniture or other objects. This will allow you to quickly access the electrical panel in case of an emergency. Teach children about electrical safety. Explain the dangers of electricity and how to avoid electrical shock. Keep electrical outlets covered with safety caps when they are not in use. This will help to prevent children from inserting objects into the outlets. Be aware of the signs of electrical shock. If someone is experiencing electrical shock, do not touch them. Turn off the power at the breaker and call for emergency assistance. If you are using a generator, make sure it is properly grounded. Do not connect a generator directly to your home's electrical system. This can backfeed electricity into the power grid and create a hazard for utility workers. Use a transfer switch to safely connect a generator to your home's electrical system. When working with batteries, be careful not to short-circuit the terminals. Short circuits can cause batteries to overheat and explode. Wear safety glasses and gloves when working with batteries. If you are using a battery charger, follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Do not overcharge batteries. Overcharging can damage batteries and create a fire hazard. Store batteries in a cool, dry place. Keep batteries away from heat sources and flammable materials. When disposing of batteries, follow local regulations. Some batteries contain hazardous materials that must be disposed of properly. When working with solar panels, be aware of the potential for electrical shock. Solar panels can generate electricity even when they are not connected to the grid. Follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully when installing and maintaining solar panels. If you are using a wind turbine, be aware of the potential for electrical shock. Wind turbines can generate electricity even when the wind is not blowing. Follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully when installing and maintaining wind turbines. When working with high voltage electricity, be extremely careful. High voltage electricity can be deadly. Only qualified and experienced individuals should work with high voltage electricity. Follow all safety procedures and use appropriate personal protective equipment. If you are unsure about any aspect of electrical safety, consult with a qualified electrician. Electrical safety is important, and it is always best to err on the side of caution. The 10/3 wire refers to a cable containing 3 conductors, namely one black, one red, and one white, plus a bare ground wire. It is often used for 240 volt circuits that require a neutral conductor. On the other hand, the 6/3 wire also contains 3 conductors plus a ground, but the conductors are of a larger gauge to handle a higher amperage load. The larger gauge of the 6/3 wire allows it to safely carry 50 amps, which is necessary for the 50 amp RV outlet. Replacing the 10/3 wire with 6/3 wire is crucial to prevent overheating and potential fire hazards when upgrading to a 50 amp circuit. The 30 amp 2-pole breaker is designed to protect the 10 gauge wire from overcurrents. It will trip if the current exceeds 30 amps, preventing the wire from overheating and potentially causing a fire. However, if you install a 50 amp receptacle on a 30 amp circuit, someone could potentially plug in an appliance that draws more than 30 amps. In this case, the breaker would trip, but the wire would still be subjected to the overcurrent for a brief period before the breaker trips. This could still cause the wire to overheat and potentially start a fire. Replacing the 30 amp breaker with a 50 amp breaker will allow the circuit to handle the 50 amp load from the RV. However, it is important to also replace the 10 gauge wire with 6 gauge wire, as the 10 gauge wire is not rated for 50 amps. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is a set of standards for electrical wiring and equipment in the United States. It is updated every 3 years and is designed to ensure the safety of electrical installations. The NEC covers a wide range of topics including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and equipment installation. It is important to follow the NEC when performing any electrical work. The ampacity of a wire is the maximum amount of current that it can safely carry. The ampacity of a wire is determined by its gauge type and insulation material. The NEC provides tables that list the ampacity of different types of wires. It is important to use the correct gauge wire for the amount of current that it will be carrying. If you are unsure about the correct wire gauge to use, consult with a qualified electrician. When working with electricity, it is important to take precautions to protect yourself from electrical shock. Always turn off the power at the breaker before working on any electrical circuit. Use a non-contact voltage tester to verify that the circuit is de-energized. Wear rubber-soled shoes and avoid touching any metal objects while working on electrical circuits. Keep your hands dry and avoid working in damp or wet conditions. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is best to hire a qualified electrician to do the work for you. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it is important to take the necessary precautions to protect yourself and others. Upgrading to a 50 amp RV outlet requires careful consideration of the wiring and breaker size to ensure safety and compliance with electrical codes. The 14-30R receptacle is a 30 amp, 125 volts or 250 volts receptacle configuration. The 14-50R receptacle is a 50 amp, 125 volts or 250 volts receptacle configuration. These configurations are defined by the National Electrical Manufacturers Association, or NEMA. When upgrading the receptacle, ensure that the new receptacle is properly rated for the voltage and amperage of the circuit. Also, ensure that the receptacle is properly grounded. The ground wire should be connected to the grounding terminal on the receptacle. If the receptacle is not properly grounded, it can create a shock hazard. Always consult with a qualified electrician before performing any electrical work. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it is important to take the necessary precautions to protect yourself and others. Additionally, remember that local codes may have stricter requirements than the NEC, so it's always best to check with your local building department or qualified electrician to ensure compliance. The purpose of these regulations is to prevent electrical fires and other hazards that can result from improper wiring. The cost of upgrading the wiring and breaker will depend on several factors, including the length of the wire run, the difficulty of the installation, and the cost of materials. However, it is important to consider the cost of safety when making electrical modifications. The cost of preventing a fire is far less than the cost of repairing the damage caused by a fire. In addition to upgrading the wiring and breaker, it may also be necessary to upgrade the electrical panel. If the electrical panel is not large enough to accommodate the additional load of the 50 amp RV outlet, it will need to be replaced. The electrical panel is the main distribution point for electricity in your home. It is important to have an electrical panel that is large enough to handle the electrical load of your home. If you are unsure about the size of your electrical panel, consult with a qualified electrician. When upgrading the electrical panel, it is important to choose a panel that is rated for the voltage and amperage of your electrical service. The electrical service is the connection between your home and the utility company's power grid. The electrical service is typically rated in amps and volts. For example, a common electrical service is 200 amps, 240 volts. The electrical panel should be rated for at least the same voltage and amperage as your electrical service. It is also important to choose an electrical panel that has enough circuit breaker spaces to accommodate all of your circuits. If you are planning to add additional circuits in the future, you should choose a panel that has extra circuit breaker spaces. The electrical panel should be installed by a qualified electrician. The installation of an electrical panel is a complex and potentially dangerous task. It is important to have the panel installed by someone who is familiar with the electrical codes and safety regulations. After the electrical panel is installed, it should be inspected by a qualified electrical inspector. The electrical inspector will verify that the panel is installed correctly and that it meets all of the applicable codes and regulations. It is important to have your electrical work inspected to ensure that it is done safely and correctly. Ignoring electrical codes and safety regulations can put your home and family at risk. Electrical fires are a common cause of property damage and injuries. It is important to take electrical safety seriously and to follow all of the applicable codes and regulations. The information provided is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional electrical advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician before performing any electrical work. This will ensure that the work is done safely and correctly. Additionally, remember that electrical codes and regulations can vary depending on your location. It is important to check with your local building department to determine the specific requirements for your area. By following these guidelines, you can help to ensure the safety of your home and family. Electrical safety is a serious matter, and it is important to take the necessary precautions to protect yourself and others. The concepts explained above are not a replacement for formally learning electrical theory and safe work practices.